Okay, welcome back. This is day 2 of our winter class. Today is December 27, 2024. I just can't believe we are like a countdown to the 2025. You guys excited? Uh, I still kind of feel very funny about the concept of time, how weirdly moving through the space these days. So I do not know how many of you be able to completed the first cassette, CD 1.1. Does everybody make it okay to be able to download and listen?
It was a bit of a challenge to download that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, my computer wouldn't do it, wouldn't unzip it and that, but my phone did, so I could listen to it on my phone.
Oh,
And
interesting. Okay.
and I listened to were there two with that, like a 15-minute one and a 28-minute one?
Hmm.
Yes, the first one was a description of it, and then the second one was a practice of it.
Oh, the technique. Oh, okay. So you did both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so the second one is the still part of the first one? Oops. I just did I thought the description was just just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a bonus if you do the technique as a pair, but its assignment was just a description of it. So I just want to make sure that everybody got a chance to go over that part. Did anybody couldn't get to it? It is okay though. Just based off from that, we know topic might shift, but any kind of comments or question from that description and technique if you're done?
Uh I've I listened to the technique. Basically the symbol is the small a version of yourself. Is that what the that's
Mm,
is that what she said on the video?
yeah, so yeah, I could go over that. The symbol was a white sphere.
Oh, white sphere. Oh, okay.
Uh,
I thought she said like picture a small symbol of yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
was like,
yes,
huh?
that's a part of it. Yeah, so you're correct. So they have a lot of those small U, mini U. Is a part of technique to bring your consciousness to the certain part of your particular area of your anatomy of your body, either on your body, physical body, or outside of your physical body. And then I think that's one way to do it, to kind of building the subtle energy and bring out underdeveloped peripheral nervous system. So that is the one technique.
And the
Okay, thank you.
5 levels, 3 layers each,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
and
That's
that.
it.
I didn't quite get the spelling of all of them.
Oh,
When it was like Hartha, Vartha, something for each of the different,
uh, Huba
yes.
body,
Which one?
Huba body, Huba, or Haba or Huba, or
Could be. I'm a visual learner. I kind of need to see it sometime.
okay. We could go over that. Yeah, the terminology is it's a little bit block at the beginning. And I guess repetition and more, it's interesting. More you move into the deeper level, and you could go back and then, now I understand, that kind of things. So it's just a kind of getting used to the terminology itself would be good. Oh, I heard that word. What was that? That's totally fine in the beginning. That's why we are going over. But I want to make sure that try to give you the simpler definition in the beginning, so we will struggle less, hopefully. Um, anybody else? Diane, David? Any? comments or question from the.
I think I did it, but I was like, I guess somewhat sleepy, so I remember half of it.
Okay, I could hardly hear, but there's something about how to how to um how to get the concept.
No, I was sleepy at the time, and I wanted to listen to it again today and get the chance.
Okay,
So I think I might have fallen asleep like somewhere in the middle of it.
okay, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. The good thing is about is it's really kind of in a way this is packaged as a self study, so you could really pace yourself, and then just joining in the group discussion kind of help you connect, go back, and then connect the content. So let me share the screen, and I populated more on our member page for you. Let's see, share the page. So you could go, if you're in a computer, you could come to here, you may be able to see better. So let me see. So the whole thing about the cassette, the first CD, was to going over what is a chirontic. Let me stop my video. Can do that right now. Like, it's okay. What is a chirontic science is, and what kind of technique they're going to use. Now it's less clear on that explanation, so I just put it out what they're actually doing. It is as a photo. So the geomancy code that they're talking about is fairly simple. I mean, very complicated explanation, but technique is pretty simple. Um, you know, but it's a white sphere, and the symbol is this one. Okay, but you're gonna visualize as a white, like a white kind of plasma type of quality. But from this eye, it looks like so white and actually contains so much frequency, but looks like a white from our standpoint, from us. So just simply, as much as possible, when they say, visualize yourself in a small U in the center of the white sphere. So you are like a dot in the center. That's how big the sphere is. However, when you're back in a physical body, this white sphere is actually above your head. So this is a type of technique. Why does your mind? Because it's not just a structure, it's placed upon a specific anatomical structure of who you are. So that is why it's a particular place you place. And in particular, right? And I is that do toward the end. So Area Kundare, which is the son of Orion, right? Omeda I Patuma, right? That is a tone that comes with it. So all those three combined, it means something. It has an effect, specific effect on a bioenergetic field, according to their theory. Now, it actually does have a very specific impact, especially when you've done the rest of the work. So I totally recommend you, many of you here have done the shadow work. So the latter pipe is being clear. So this should be more effective. As you go through this technique and then come back again to reconnect yourself to this rishi, and then be surprised, you have a different sensation and additional packages, so to say. So more you do it, more your muscle, spiritual muscle got stronger and has perhaps more meaningful download, as you get used to it. So I just wanted to say that when you're going through, they tell you a lot of different things, but it's a main thing is that knowing the symbol, what it looks like, what kind of location, and quality of light, frequencies, and sunstone. I'm gonna go with it. So that is the main things. So that is the science behind this cheilontic morphogenetic field that they are going after from this particular technique. Now, this technique was not able to be effective before the 2000 when we here the Earth plane didn't have a capacity to receive this transmission because our portal wasn't functional. Now, because of the gates being fixed or open, we have a capacity to receive the signal. So according to them, all the contents being described here, you yourself be able to pour out and download yourself. So that is why the freedom teaching. It is a teaching for all. But coming back to this technique, this is connecting your body to the dimensions 13, 14, 15. So this is why I call linking 15 dimensional guidance. And you yourself, the part of your consciousness that are still up there, so that's where you came from. And you look like a sun. This is why it's called solar issue. Another name, according to them, is a Christ consciousness. So when you go up there, you yourself have harmonized with this collective consciousness called Christ consciousness. What that is, they describe in a tape. Is I believe it's a following. So the feeling loved, protection, the wisdom and understanding, of all things, right? So it's very similar to when you get attunement of Reiki, the sensation of feeling loved, that which is kind of you start feeling when you're going up to the fifth dimension and beyond. But this is more like a profound impact in a larger scale. So that is the feeling and sensation you place upon your state of consciousness reside. And that's how you feel. So that's whenever you feel, you are in a zone, right? It's a wonderful feeling. It should be a wonderful feeling. And if it's not, stop, right? The tonings they do toward the end of the tape that I think we sing together this many times. And it's listed here on the same page. You just need to scroll down and there is a writing on the lyrics and then also the sound. You could sing along with it. So that is both little bit briefing and as well as techniques. I'm thinking of we're gonna do this technique together today. What do you think? Oops. Somebody got off. Let me just stop share. Yeah, stop share the screen. That. Sorry. And now, with your kind of permission, talk to your higher self. Would you think it's me? It's better. Would you like to do this technique together as a group? If everybody wants to, okay, thank you, Dave. If everybody wants to, we will.
Yes, that's on.
Okay, excellent. How's Diane and David?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. David, are you good?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
All right. So we're gonna do this cassette, and I feel it's a little long, but I think it's pretty nice. And toward the end, we're gonna sing a song. You feel free to mute yourself and sing along. It's really good for you. Otherwise, I would recommend humming. Humming is very healing. It is still toning using your vocal cord vibration and listen, it's very close to your eighth chakra. So it works very well on this exercise. So do try. All right. So let's let me get ready on this one. Okay, hold on. Let me share. All right, let us start.
Technique number 1 of the Melchizedek Cloister, Tangible Structure of the Soul, accelerated by a spiritual evolution program. Linking with the Solar Rishi.
Everybody could hear okay? Yes? Maybe? I can't
Yeah,
see.
you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's good.
Okay.
Opening to 15th dimensional guidance. The Solar Temple Voyage, Advanced Technique. Assume a comfortable position in a quiet room where you will be undisturbed. Loosen any tight clothing that may distract you from relaxation as you begin your journey. Breathe slowly with eyes closed. Imagine the image of a large glowing sphere of white light positioned directly above your head. On the next inhale, imagine a small image of you rising up through the 7th crown chakra and into the sphere of white light. Feel the sensation of white light energy engulfing and moving through the small image of yourself and through your physical body as you inhale, while imagining the small image of you rising up into the sphere of white light. Exhale as you imagine yourself in a small body standing in the center of a white sphere of light. Breathe slowly and feel the reality of your small body for a moment as it stands within the center of the sphere of white light. Become aware of the shoulders of the small body. Feel them extending out slightly as you notice the contours of your small body. Become aware of the feeling of lightness, weightlessness that is carried within the shoulders of your small body, a feeling much lighter and more relaxed than the feeling you are familiar with in your physical body. Allow your awareness to move into this feeling of lightness and imagine a subtle but distinct cleansing vibration running throughout the energy of your small body. Feel the tingle of the cleansing vibration as it harmonizes the energies of your small body. Breathe gently now, moving the sensation of the cleansing vibration below your small body and into the crown chakra of the physical body, positioned beneath the image of your small body of light. Feel the lightness of energy release, releasing the tensions held within the shoulders of the physical body, and breathe a few deep, slow breaths, allowing the sensation of weightlessness to spread throughout the physical body. Notice now that the small body and the physical body are beginning to feel very similar as the cleansing vibration harmonizes the frequencies of both bodies into a compatible perceptual range. Feel the similarity in vibration between the two bodies for a moment and shift your attention as fully as you can into the image of the small body positioned within the sphere of white light. From your position within the sphere of white light, open the eyes of your small body and look around. observing for the first time that which exists within you. Observe what exists inside of the sphere of white light. Become aware that you are standing within a spherical room and tell yourself to observe its characteristics. Observe the contours of the inner sphere and notice that many doors surround the spherical room in which you are standing. Within the sphere of white light, there are many passageways and doorways that lead to many different places within the higher dimensions, and that lead toward many different aspects of your own unique consciousness that are stationed within those dimensions. As you observe the many doors within the spherical room, breathe slowly and deeply, knowing that you have entered a state of neurological receptivity that will allow you to enter many other higher states of consciousness. Relax and find comfort in this knowing as you observe the inner doors. Become aware that you now have the power to access wisdom, memory, creativity, and guidance from the higher dimensions. You have entered an inner meeting place through which you may now create a conscious relationship with the divine. Stand comfortably within the sphere of the inner spherical room, glancing at the many doorways, and know that it is your birthright to enter this place. Know that you are welcome here as you are an intrinsic part of the divine design. In this moment, forgive yourself for any shortcomings or inadequacies you believe you possess, and surrender all preconceived judgments about your personal worth and value that you have assigned to yourself in your earthly life. In this space, allow the judgments of others that may have been placed upon you to dissolve and float away from you. Allow yourself, as you stand in your small body within the spherical room of light, to experience the innocence and freedom of your true divine essence. Breathe slowly and gently as you allow this feeling of innocence to spread through you. Feel a final release of any fatigue you may have, and allow your consciousness to float in gentle suspension within the small body in the spherical room of light. Become aware of the sensations and feelings of this inner space of peace and light, and know that you can return here at any time to reclaim the sense of your true innocence and freedom. Breathe gently and relax within this inner space. Now observe as one of the many doors within the spherical room of light opens and a glowing being of light walks into the room. It is a rishi from Harmonic Universe 5. Notice the location of the doorway through which the rishi has come, and make a mental note to remember this doorway as the access point through which you may again contact the rishi from the space of the inner spherical room of light. Feel the radiant presence of the glowing rishi as it enters the space of the inner spherical room. Become aware of how the vibration of energy in the room now shifts to a much higher, clearer vibration. Feel the sensations as your small body now begins to vibrate faster, growing even lighter still as the high energy of the rishi lifts the frequency of everything within the inner spherical room. As you observe the Rishi's energy affecting its surroundings, hold in mind the understanding that your consciousness is now connecting and being expanded by the consciousness from the 15th dimension. Your neurological structure is being subtly expanded to begin drawing in and holding the awareness contained within the higher dimensional fields. As you observe the Rishi from the position of your small body within the inner spherical room of light, know that you are witnessing a visual translation of an inner event of the psyche, an event through which your personal identity is consciously experiencing an encounter with a being of the 15th dimension. Through using the imagery of this visualization, you are accelerating the speed of your consciousness to a vibration that is fast enough to perceive and interpret activity taking place within the higher dimensional reality fields. Observe the Rishi now as your encounter with 15-dimensional consciousness continues. The Rishi walks towards you within the inner spherical room of light, and it now embraces you. Filling you with the transmission of light and knowledge. Feel the progressive increase in vibration within the inner spherical room as you visualize the Rishi walking towards you. Feel its energy emanate outward from the depths of its being, filling the room with greater light and gently bathing your small body with beautiful beams of pastel-colored light. Focus your attention on the feeling and sensation of each beam of light that caresses you, and realize that each gentle beam of light carries information within it. The Rishi is communicating with you directly through the beams of light, speaking of wisdom and knowing far beyond the scope of words alone. As the Rishi reaches out to embrace your small body with its great arms of light, feel the sensation as the information communicated by the Rishi moves into the energy of your small body until your small body can hold no more. Sense your small body reaching its capacity of holding the light information. Your consciousness is now filled with as much knowledge as it can hold at this time. Relax for a moment within the embrace of the Rishi. Feel its light beam communications continue to flow outward into the inner spherical room of light. The information you are unable to hold within your small body and consciousness today will be left for you in the form of light, awaiting your future journeys to the inner spherical room. Feel now the unconditional and absolute love radiated to you by the Rishi. Allow this love to fill you and heal all hurts or fears that you may carry. Here, within the arms of the Rishi consciousness, you are eternally safe, eternally loved, and can receive pure guidance whenever you desire. Feel now this safety, this love. Allow the vibration of these qualities to fill your small body and consciousness. For you will then take these qualities of higher consciousness back with you when returning to the physical body and earthly focus. Each encounter with the Rishi within this inner spherical room will allow you to bring more qualities of higher dimensional consciousness into embodiment within your physical reality. Each encounter will allow you to hold new levels of information and cognition. Before your consciousness leaves the space of the inner spherical room, the Rishi has a gift to present to you, a gift you may take back with you as your awareness re-enters your physical earthly body. Now the Rishi hands you a small disc of metal, a silver shield, and tells you to return to your physical body with the shield. It is now time to return your conscious awareness into its usual station within the physical earthly body. Take a slow, deep inhale breath as your small body prepares for its vibrational descent into your physical body. On the next exhale, imagine your small body still holding the silver shield, descending through the 7th crown chakra of the physical body. You will now slowly move the image of your little body down through the physical body and out of the base chakra. You will continue moving your small body through the base chakra to a position about 12 inches beneath your physical feet. Observe the sensations and vibrational changes as your small body moves through while it passes through the energy currents within the physical body. Notice how the sensation of vibration progressively slows and the feeling of the energy around you grows progressively more thick and dense as you move downward through the chakra system of the physical body. As you become aware of this downward shift in vibration, you will progressively shift the brainwave patterns generated by your consciousness into the alpha brainwave state. This state of consciousness is ideal for entering new information into the body's cellular memory and subconscious mind. As your small body passes through the first base chakra, you will notice a sense of the energy around you expanding a bit, forming a spiraling funnel of energy that grows wider toward the bottom. Allow your small body to drift downward within this spiral until you can sense that the small body is positioned about 6 inches beneath the physical feet, the location of the 12th chakra. Continue moving your small body downward through the 12th chakra until it is positioned within the earth, about 12 inches below the physical feet, 6 inches below the 12th chakra. You will now implant the gift of the Rishi, the Maharahuva seal, the silver shield, into the energetic systems of the physical body. Place the silver shield in the earth beneath the 12th chakra, 12 inches below the feet, and watch the shield expand to form a platform of high-frequency silver light upon which you will now stand from this point forth. The silver shield is an energetic construct made of dormant, standing scalar wave patterns that correspond to the portions of your personal consciousness that are stationed in dimensions 10, 11, and 12. These portions of personal identity are collectively called the Maharahuva body, and thus the silver shield, is known as the Mahara Huva seal. The Mahara Huva body contains the 12 dimensions of personal Gestalt consciousness that are known as the Avatar identity or Christ consciousness. Once the silver shield has been planted beneath the 12th chakra, the energetic currents emanating from the earth core and into the human body will begin a progressive activation of the dormant scalar wave patterns of the silver shield. As the silver shield activates, the frequencies of the 10th, 11th, and 12th dimensions progressively enter your personal auric field, forming an energetic pillar of protection around the auric field, through which your earthly consciousness will begin a more accelerated expansion into its higher dimensional levels of identity. The 15th dimensional Rishi consciousness that provided the silver shield represents the portion of your higher dimensional Gestalt identity through which you are directly connected to the ascended master levels of consciousness and the God Source. Activating the silver shield accelerates the process of your personal expansion into avatar consciousness through progressively building an energetic link between your earthly consciousness and neurological structure and the portions of your consciousness that are stationed in dimensions 10, 11, and 12 of the Mahara Huva body. In receiving future transmissions of light information from the Rishi within the inner spherical room, and bringing the gift of the silver shield back with you from each journey, you will progressively activate the silver shield scalar grid beneath your feet. Activation of the silver shield builds the frequencies of your body of light to accelerate conscious embodiment of your avatar levels of identity. For a moment, focus your consciousness within the image of your small body as it is positioned 12 inches below your physical feet. Notice the silver shield, now firmly planted 12 inches beneath your feet, and imagine it glowing with radiant silver energy. Feel the sensation of the silver energy vibrating for a moment. And make a mental note to recall this sensation once you have returned to the physical body, so that you may use the sensation to stimulate the silver shield beneath your feet when you so desire. Slowly inhale and exhale one final time while observing the silver shield, then prepare to re-enter the physical body. Return the image of your little body into the physical body, entering the first base chakra and moving upward through the central vertical current of the body to the pineal gland at the center of the brain. Open your eyes. Sense the feeling of the glowing silver shield beneath your feet. Allow it to draw to you the love, comfort, and wisdom of the Rishi whenever you need these qualities. You may use the image of the silver shield for healing and energy balancing whenever you desire. Simply call to mind the image of the silver shield beneath your feet and the sensation of the silver energy. Then consciously use your inhale breaths to draw silver energy upward from the shield and into the area of the body in need of healing. On the exhale breath, expand the silver energy into the body area, holding in mind the thought and intention of the desired healing or balancing. Continue breathing energy from the silver shield until you feel a sense of completion or full expansion as the body area reaches its energy holding capacity. You may assist in the acceleration of activating the frequencies of the silver shield by using this Rishi exercise frequently. Each time, you will further energize the silver shield with light transmissions from the Rishi, making more energy available within the shield for healing, balancing, and consciousness expansion applications. You may draw from the silver shield not only energies that will assist in healing, but also the frequencies of protection, love, patience, wisdom, understanding, and other qualities that are characteristic of the state of cognition known as Christ consciousness. We will end this exercise with a simple toning that will facilitate the activation of the silver shield and begin awakening the 8th dimensional frequencies of your 8th chakra. This toning is called the Arya Kumnare, the Song of Orion. This toning represents one of the 12 song tone combinations that are known as the music of the spheres. The Arya Kumnare is the music of the 8th sphere, the 8th dimensional aspect of human and universal consciousness. You may memorize the Arya Kumnare and use it as a mantra when you need healing or balancing. Repetition of the Arya Kumnare progressively stimulates the activation of the Maharahuva seal, silver shield. The Arya Kumnare, Song of Orion. Om Medahi Padamha, Om Medahi Padamha, Padamha He Dita He Humna, Om Medahi Padamha. Tretila Hi Durumna, Tretila Hi Durumna, Durumna He Chemta He Kumna, Om Medahi Padamha. Om Medahi Padamha, Om Medahi Padamha, Padamha He Dita He Humna, Om Medahi Padamha. Tretila Hi Durumna, Tretila Hi Durumna, Durumna He Chemta He Kumna, Om Medahi Padamha.
Stop. All right. Welcome, Jeffrey. Yeah, let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Like to say welcome back. It's kind of a Settle yourself down and re-ground yourself. And it's still my part of the consciousness is still there, but I think you're just gonna keep talking until everybody kind of fully grounded and coming back here. Love to hear your experience, your honest experience, and welcome, Jeff Lee. And I'd like to open up the discussion.
Sure. I finally uh realized what the mini me was. I do something a little different, but um uh
Yeah.
it was interesting. It was I enjoyed it. At first I didn't like it. The energies were a little weird. But it was kind of funny because I was I envisioned this ball or this entity coming towards me. I was like, don't eat. I was like thinking in my head, don't eat me. And the energy just started smiling and while hugging me. And I was like, oh, okay. That judge thought that was funny to me.
Yeah. No, that's good. Excellent. Yeah.
So,
Sometimes they feel like they test you, right? And as soon as you shift the frequency and or they make you realize, oh wow, it's completely different from what you originally thought. So yeah,
mhm.
just a good job. It's kind of a sign of you expanding your consciousness and you're bringing in more of the higher frequency that match to you. So that's actually very good observation and experience.
No. Thank you. I don't know if it is, but thanks. I'll take it.
Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Well, I kind of want to hear something.
Hey, sorry I arrived late.
That's totally fine, Jeff Lee.
Hello?
Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jeff Lee? Oops.
Hey, sorry I arrived late.
That's totally fine. Can you hear me, Jeff Lee?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. All right, good. Yeah, welcome.
I'm
Anyone?
sorry. I'm just not having a good day today.
No?
No.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I'm doing a lot of chores. The weather is pretty miserable.
Oh,
A garbage bag broke on me, and to top it all off, I've got a huge getting together or party over in my house tomorrow, which I still have to finish up tonight, cleaning up for.
oh, yeah, that's stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're going through the rough patch.
I'm sorry, what?
You're going through rough patches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I was
breathe.
going through rough patches earlier this year. I just want it to end.
I know. I hear you. I've been thinking of you actually before the class. That's probably what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a deep breath and let it go just for this time. Yeah. This moment. So let go of those. Right? You deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else wanna chime in about your experience?
I will.
Great, thank you. Go ahead.
Um, First, like the Song of Orion. Did you introduce that back at Mountain Light in
Yes,
Asheville?
yes,
Okay, yeah, I was back there. I think David was playing his drum, and we
yes,
were, yeah.
yes.
But so it's this teaching's like a culmination of stuff that we've done for years now, and taking it to that next level
Mm,
in the sphere.
mm-hmm.
It was reminded me of all the doors that opened on a medicine journey I was on. because the doors were more hexagonal and, covered the entire inner surface of the sphere. But the one the Rishi came from was directly in front of me.
Oh, how dramatic.
And the mini me we've done in other meditations too. So
Yep.
that was good. And then bringing it through the body to the was it silver shield,
Mm-hmm.
12 inches beneath and that. And that's something I can visualize now as I do this, and the healing energy for the various issues I have in my body. So
Mm-hmm. Yes.
it's very, very powerful. Thank you.
Yes, that's great. Yeah. Anybody else want to chime in at this time? Please feel free to. All right.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead, Charles.
oh no, I was just going to say, I guess I add this one thing. It was that 12D shield or the silver plate. Um, it was like it was. Oh, you taught that to me before, and it the ball of light or whatever was telling me that was kind of broken in a way, not broken, but like needed fixing. So it
Mm-hmm.
that was he was trying to, I guess, help me fix it in a way. So that
Oh,
was that was what I got out of it.
excellent. Yeah. So yeah, so it's kind of like you are going through the healing path where, your current goal is a healer, mastering healer, well, as master healer. I'm sorry. So, as to going toward that, you will become the healing yourself, the mastering yourself as your health. So that is the message that's come down to you very significant way. It is because you are healer and you're going to heal yourself because you're going to heal more others. That's a big part of who you are. So yeah. So this will kind of reorient you or accelerate your path. So it's very beautiful. Yes, thank you everyone to sharing. I just gonna if oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing this. Oh, I'm sorry, Diane. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, you do what you have to do, right? I'm gonna go over for the next tape. If you if you have a time, I'm gonna continue. And if you can, I understand you have to pop off. But since you're all here, I just like to go over what is the next chapter. The CD 2.1. It's again the lecture, a little theoretical. This is all theoretical, mainly the lecture part. So I just want to kind of massage the content a little bit before you dive in. Okay, so the second part is a soul integration. The very first we go from top down, the pre-matter. See, the rishi is a pre-matter, meaning that before physical world. So you're kind of like this gigantic energy mass, right? Doesn't really have any shape or the matter part of it. It's a part of the highest frequency within this universal matrix. Now you're going to go back to the very basic So you start from Rishi, the Primara gigantic just salt, which is you are ascending master. In this case, the ascending master, please do not mix with ascending master known in a spiritual community, like has an attached name to it. That's not here. The ascending master. It's a just salt. It's a huge collective of the energy matrix that doesn't usually have a particularly name, maybe come with a sound tone to it, but it's not never be one entity or one being. So that's different from what, if you knew ascended master, that's not it here. It's your just soul, the collective that light out from the God seed, the collective group you came out of. Now, so that's a realignment. That's kind of redirect you to have a Maharic seal, which you've been practicing, 12D seal, Maharic seal, both the same thing, that we have a pillar of the silver light that this is why you call it Templar, temple of a pillar or a pillar of a temple. We are all that. We ourselves come together. It's a pillar of light, and more than one person come as a group. We are the pillars of the temple. So that is who we are, and hopefully we're gonna be. So the Maharic seal is the bottom and top of the disc, the connecting to back to our God self. This is why that we are conduit in a way, and the silver light, the platinum light, is the direct proof of who we are energetically. This is why we'll be able to rebalance and heal and bring the people from here to the next, because your personal Maharic field is your reality that could transport or transplant, right? Carry wherever you go next. That's what you're gonna bring from this life to the next, right? So that's how important it is. Now, once you receive or direct that, the overall construct, they will direct you back to building bottom up. So the next one is very next level of your expanded consciousness, which is your soul matrix, reside right above you, dimension 4, 5, 6, or right around you, in a way, because it's kind of like a 90-degree angle. But anyway, we could just say the broader next heaven. So that's where your soul, and some people call soul body or soul matrix, they have a different name to it. And they will give you that, again, the same geomantic code, a geomancy symbol to accelerate the connection or embodiment. All right. And then they go into bigger explanation of who you are. So it's a little bit of the terminology. So I put everything, the term, that not everything, majority of the word they mentioned in this page. So please feel free to refer it back if you can. I just seen the spell miss class. Anyway, just want to go over what is it basically talking about. And excuse me if it's just small. Let me just make it bigger. And now I have to find a way to, how do I show that? I can't show. If I expand, I can't show that. Yeah, I guess this is what it is. And I hope you could see, I hope you're seeing the bigger screen, but then if you can't, that's okay too. I'm just gonna go over all structure first. So the cassette 2, I keep saying cassette, the CD2, my goodness. Basically it's tell you correspondence of cosmic structure and your anatomy, how similar that is. The reason why, because you are exactly the same, and substance is made of exactly the same substance the cosmos is made of. And it's all coming from the same substances, following in so-called templates that you could say blueprint or divine templates, divine order. All whole thing is they wanted to say is that everything here, the manifest, it based upon the particular set of templates and order. So it's not really haphazardly you appear all of a sudden one day as a baby, or the things all around you. It's not like a random happening. It is actually came out of the blueprint and structure that from the biggest things of the cosmos all the way down to the minuscule particle that you only could see in a scientific instrument. They all contain the instructions and blueprint. So that's basically what I wanted to tell you. Now, there's so many different ways to describe this structure, right? You just think of the being, the who has to teach somebody like us, a very dense area and in linear thinking, and we are taught by our educational system, right? That lot of thing, the way how we think and how we feel about the fact and reality are not necessarily maybe all correct in order for us to expand the consciousness. So this is a kind of the start, right? You have to start from somewhere. So this is basically showing on a different way of how we manifest, right, from the non-matter, the pure consciousness of God. So this is the way the cosmic structure was made of. It's kind of messy, but you could say sphere within a sphere within a sphere, which is very correct. As well as our identity is also nestled within, like a Roscian nestle doll. Or you could see some spiritual teaching, the wheel within a wheel and a wheel, and each wheel is there's a intercorrelated to each other. So none of those one sphere or one wheel, whichever we prefer, act independently. Right? It's all connected. So this is a one way to describe, right? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Hoover body or harmonic universe or heaven or density, it all saying the same thing, but they pick the terminology depending on what aspect of that they want to focus on. So the one thing means a lot of different things, just like astrology. But here they use a harmonic universe. That is where we are, harmonic universe 1. And the harmonic universe 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is where we are. And the next things you're doing, harmonic universe 2, this is where the soul, our soul body, soul reside. When you heard the term soul family, that's where it is. So you are linking to your soul family, the soul family reunion. That is the next tape, the audio. They explain why and how, and the technique that you're going to use, how that accelerate our evolution. And that's explaining in a much bigger sense in a scale. But I think it helped. Now, when we did this Rishi self is this biggest egg, the sphere. Okay. Again, this is coming with a 3 layer, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And that is a closest to the next level. So as we expand the consciousness, the step to heaven, you expand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after this, you bring to the Rishic identity. So at least you kind of physically see that. It is called a vertical ascension process. This is called vertical ascension process. And vertical ascension, that's what you are learning here. there's many different ascension processes. Okay, this is not only one, but this is very concrete, tangible, I would say, the material I found out there. Now, I'm not going to go into this, but eventually we're going to cover this and just going to kind of skip to this foreign, okay? And this is probably, Dave, if you could see it, or somebody could see this, I really like someone to read this portion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm. Evolutionary substance, crystal matrices, morphogenetic fields, and chelonic science. Crystal matrix morphogenetic fields, the blueprints of manifestation. Chelonic science, morphogenetic field mechanics, the divine science of consciousness and creation. The substance of morphogenetic field construction, ultramicro particles, party-key, party-ka, party-cum. The form of morphogenetic field construction, party-key grids, chelons, chelon codes, fire letters, and geomancies.
Well, thank you. So it's kind of like throwing all the words, but eventually you'll come back and it kind of organize your brain eventually as we're going through this exercise. So again, there's a lot of words, some of them mouthful, but eventually it will make all sense, I hope. Now this micro particles, I don't know you remember, we covered this particle, particle, particum. This is energy of Trinity, and that's where everything is manifest from, and all the substance we see, including you, consciousness, are made out of this substance. Now this micro particle itself is packed with all the instruction, and it's also conscious substance, the component of consciousness. All right. Now, going back to here, so how are we gonna go merge with our soul body, right? And as I mentioned last class, the animal, mostly wild animal, are never broken, so they are already embodying their soul body. That's why they don't really need much education. They come together, they move, and they survive, and yeah, seem to be more harmoniously living than us. Well, some of them are a little crazy, but yeah, in general, right? So we like to going back to that, to the state of harmonized state, right? So this is a first step, anchoring the fifth dimensional archetype. Now, many of you already done this, and feel you're one with the soul group, soul family, and you already met probably those members, and you'll continue to find your own kind as you live through this, and as you connect more and more to this a higher consciousness, which is right next to this heaven. The geomancy or geomantic code that used for this exercise, the following. You have an option of a blue pentagram. It's the 5-pointed star, or the white Merkaba star. This is a starting point. It doesn't matter which one has the similar effect. Now, when we do the exercise, please create a sphere around this symbol or circle around this. Okay, it's been misused by so many different groups, and to protect the purity of this symbol, it's been recommended that to make the circle around it. So every time you have, as I said, visualize, 6-pointed Merkaba star, just automatically bring the circle around it. Okay, that's the only thing I wanted to add to this exercise before you move on. All right. So with that, I tried to summarize some of the things that they talking in the audio here. So feel free to read through it, and do ask question as you go over the material. And it is okay if this is too fast. You could just show up and listen to it, and it will be already recording that you could go back whenever you have a time. Okay, so let's stop the recording here, and it will take Q&A after this recording.